Imagine running one of the world's largest automakers, but your flagship product is a technological dinosaur. It's the early 1970s. The legendary Volkswagen Beetle is aging rapidly. Every attempt to replace it, like the rear-engined Type 3 and Type 4, has become a commercial disappointment. And your ambitious new front-wheel drive project is burning through millions of marks, right in the middle of the worst oil crisis in history. The company is standing on the edge of an abyss. What do? The only way out is theft. Legal theft from your own subsidiary. Today we're diving into the true story of the first Volkswagen Passat, a car that forever changed the industry and became a global hit from America to Japan, but was actually a brilliant marketing illusion. Spring 1973. The German press figures out the clever trick pulled by VW boss Rudolf Leiting. Volkswagen had neither the time nor the money to develop a mid-size car from scratch. Their own project, the EA272, was canceled. Instead, they took a brand new Audi 80, slightly tweaked the front end, and ordered a new rear design from the genius Giorgetto Giugiaro. The maestro applied his signature folded paper design, sharp lines and massive glass areas. It was a visual shock after the chubby curves of the past. The strategy was brilliant. Audi would sell classic, conservative sedans, and Volkswagen would get a sleek, youthful fastback. Part of this fresh start was the name itself. Volkswagen realized that numbers like Type 3 and Type 4 were boring and outdated. So, they looked to the sky. Passat is the German word for the trade wind. It kicked off a whole new era of wind-named cars for the brand, soon followed by the Scirocco and the Golf, named after the Gulf Stream. But underneath this brilliant marketing, there lay the first great deception. Look at this sloping roof. Looks like a practical hatchback, right? Wrong. Until 1975, hiding under that luxurious glass was a tiny, awkward trunk lid of a standard sedan. A proper fifth door was an expensive option that appeared later. Volkswagen was selling the illusion of practicality, and the real fun began when the customer opened the pricing guide. Volkswagen positioned the Passat not as an Audi clone, but as a premium alternative, and they milked their customers for every single penny. You wanted a safe, laminated windshield? Pay extra. A heated rear window? Pay extra. Even power brakes in the base model were an option. Instead of a tachometer, the base model featured a massive, absurdly large analog clock. And while the interior build quality was indeed benchmark level, the myth of bulletproof German reliability shattered against the realities of ownership. If we look at this car without the rose-tinted glasses of nostalgia, we see serious engineering failures. First, cost-cutting on sound insulation. On the highway, the engine didn't just hum, it screamed in the cabin. Second, a catastrophic tendency to rust. Thanks to cheap recycled metal and poor rust-proofing, early Passats started rotting faster than the owner could pay off the loan. But the biggest failure awaited right-hand drive markets, like the UK. VW blatantly slacked off on the adaptation. They moved the steering wheel to the right, but simply shoved the pedal box over however it fit. The height of the gas pedal was so inadequate that drivers literally developed chronic leg pain after long trips. A prestigious German car that physically crippled its owners due to sheer engineering laziness. So why, despite these flaws, did people buy it by the millions? Because it drove fantastically. The transition to front-wheel drive was painful for many brands back then. But thanks to the Audi platform, the Passat had clever suspension geometry with a negative scrub radius. It tracked perfectly straight and braked with incredible stability on slippery surfaces. With a base engine ranging from 1.3 to 1.5 liters, this car was a true live wire compared to its rivals from Ford or Opel. However, The real breakthrough happened in 1974. Enter the Passat variant, the station wagon. Before this, wagons in Europe were considered transport for farmers and painters. Stiff, utilitarian, and uncomfortable. The variant broke that stigma. It offered the comfort of a passenger sedan, a perfectly flat floor, and a massive cargo volume. This was the exact model that taught Europeans that a station wagon is the perfect car for an active family. But there was a ruthless corporate strategy behind this success. Volkswagen completely forbade Audi from making a station wagon version of the Audi 80. The Passat variant was given an absolute monopoly to ensure it wouldn't be cannibalized by its premium brother. It's no wonder that every fourth Passat sold was a variant. By the late 70s, the Passat matured. Plastic bumpers appeared, and aerodynamics improved. They even shoved a 50-horsepower diesel from the Golf under the hood. It took an eternity to reach 60 miles per hour, 21 seconds, but it consumed less than 8 liters of fuel per 100 kilometers, making it the king of the Autobahn. For speed lovers, they released the GLI version with a 110-horsepower fuel-injected engine, which fought on equal footing with BMWs. Most importantly, it became a global player. In the US, it was successfully sold as the Volkswagen Dasher, challenging the dominance of massive, inefficient American barges. In Mexico, it became a cult classic under the name Corsair. But its wildest chapter was written in Brazil. While Europe killed off the B1 in 1980, the Brazilians kept building and evolving it until 1988. They even created the Passat TS, a legendary sporty version that ruled local street races. It proved that underneath the sensible family exterior, there was a genuinely capable chassis begging to be pushed. In the spring of 1980, the 2 millionth unit rolled off the line in Germany. The Passat B1 started as a rushed badge engineering job. It suffered from rust, questionable trim levels, and ergonomic blunders. But its innovative design, excellent handling, and revolutionary variant body style laid the foundation for an entire class of cars. This car didn't just save Volkswagen from bankruptcy, it set the standards for the global D-segment family car for decades to come. How do you feel about badge engineering in the modern auto industry? Is it as justified today as it was in the 70s? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe so you don't miss our next automotive investigation. See you next time.